thriving custom motorcycle scene. In fact, there are about 5 shops within a few kilometers of my temporary home here. So, I rented out a somewhat basic and neglected custom shop for a day of waterfall hunting. There's nothing quite like jumping on a bike with only a rough idea of where the road will take you. I started making my way through the outskirts of the city, in quite possibly the quietest traffic of the day. Before long, I was quickly stopping for a couple of dollars of fuel.
Yes, please.
The ratio of buildings to fields shifted as I headed further inland. Development has boomed in Bali, pushing much of the farming further out of the city. The call of nature was answered by a local squat toilet. I'll spare you the details. Bali is quite a mountainous island, and once you start heading inland, you're soon greeted by some stunning volcanic peaks. Peaks mean steep terrain, and steep terrain means waterfalls. We were headed in the right direction. First stop, Waterfall. I probably completely butchered that name. While it was stunning, it was also busy. I wanted to find some waterfalls that were a bit more isolated and maybe a bit less commercial. My attention, however, was soon distracted by one of the many roadside food stalls. Its aromas strategically wafted into the path of oncoming traffic.
Check this out.
The bike speedo didn't work at all. It was one of this little Honda's many quirks. Yeah, she was a bit temperamental. Making my way through the twisting roads, my first task was to find the entrance to the next site. I soon found myself navigating a seemingly endless narrow path down the hill. I didn't quite capture it on video, but I was told to stop about a dozen times by local, so-called guides. I'd read up beforehand and knew they could safely be ignored. It was a common local scam.
Hello. Hello. Eventually managed to make it to the
the end of the road and the car park. Paid the entrance fee, which I think was legit. And now I'm walking down this crazy path, a lot of steps to get to the waterfalls. There she is. You know, you'd be surprised. Bali's a tourist destination, but there's so many tourists over there. Wasn't expecting so many tourists in one of the world's most famous tourist destinations. Bit of an idiot. That didn't work. Not even a little bit. You can feel the spray from the waterfall. This is actually a 2-for-1 deal. We've got another waterfall close by. Cost me about $2 Australian. I'm going to check it out now. Big. This is very cool spot. I'll show you in a second. Check it out. The final waterfall of the journey. Very cool, amazing. Such a high density of incredible waterfalls in such a small area. You know, all 20 minutes from each other or so. Now, heading back to the bike. try and get back to home before it gets dark. It's about 4 now, sun sets at 6, so we better hurry up. This is going to be a bitch of a climb. It's like that fucking staircase that Frodo and Sam have to go up.
Many come to Bali for the beach clubs and Instagram pics, but the people here are what made it for me. You would be hard-pressed to have your smile and good manners unreturned by the Balinese. I find this particularly amazing when you consider the sorts of things that tourists get up to.
Thank you.
To keep the little Honda at a decent pace. I wanted to avoid the regional areas at night, not due to any threat, crime, or road conditions, but because I didn't want to spend the rest of the evening battering my face with airborne insects. Now, I'm just gonna shut up so you can enjoy these scenes of cruising through rural Bali. As the sun set over the island, I followed the gentle flow of traffic across the mountain roads. Thank you for joining me for this most excellent day of waterfall hunting.